Hi everyone, I'm Sophie from Maison Jupiter and from Beyond Mystic, and welcome back to Beyond the Stars. This week it's going to be Alec Baldwin. I had a lot of demand and requests for old Hollywood in the comments. I love reading your comments. Don't hesitate to write me who you want me to cover next. I love to read that, and I'm really glad that you want me to cover old Hollywood. I love old Hollywood, so I'm going to add some to the list. I saw a lot of comments talking about Natalie Wood. Don't worry, I intend to cover what happened to her in the next few months. So stay tuned. I will be covering her for sure. Thank you so much for the love and the support in the comment for this new show. I really enjoyed that. Oh, and that's Sambuca joining us right now. So before we start, if you want to book a reading with me, you can book at maisonjupiter.com. There is still some place right now for maybe December. If you're lucky, if you're really going fast enough, I'm going to grab her right now so she doesn't disturb her. Hi. Yes, so I do have some spot left right now for December. If you go fast enough, you can grab one for 1 hour reading at Maison Jupiter, like I was saying. And you can also have a 10% coupon code. It's Beyond Mystic in one word for your next reading. Today it's going to be Alex Baldwin. I'm also going to talk about another case that is very similar, and we're going to see what is his main energy. We're going to also have questions about what happened in 2021 on the set of Rust. But before we do that, there is the prediction for 2024 that are now available for all 12 signs of the zodiac. If you want to see what is coming for this year and plan your year and also prepare for your year, don't hesitate to go see for your own sign. And also sometimes it helps to see your rising sign and your moon sign. If you're really sensitive, go for your moon sign. If you are more aligned with your rising sign and you want to see where in your chart it's going to affect, in which area it's going to affect your life, go with your ascendant or your rising sign. It's the same thing. It's a beautiful show that they were creating for all 12 of the zodiac, and it's 12 sign of the zodiac. Cannot speak. It's Mercury retrograde really soon. So don't miss that. Last thing before we start, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and also giving your comment by joining this beautiful community of Beyond Mystic Tree in the channel of YouTube. So let's take cards. I want to see before I'm going to give you all of the information on Alex Baldwin, I want to check what is his main energy. So this is my attempt with a lot of restriction on YouTube to look at which side he is in right now, what is his energy right now, is it good, is it bad, and just overall energy. So I'm going to take 3 cards and let's see what is his main overall energy right now. Let's take 3 cards for Alex Baldwin. Main energy. We have Page of Wands, Queen of Swords. We have the Queen of Coins. I'm going to take one more because I would like to have more details about that Queen of Swords. Page of Swords. Universe says, I said what I said. Oh, the deck split in 2 and the card of the Lover just joined in. So might as well take a last card for this one. Good. Okay, so what do we have? We have Page of Wands. We have Queen of Swords. We have Queen of Pentacles, the Lover, Page of Sword, and the Temperance. His main energy right now, I would say that he knows exactly what he is doing at all time. We have a lot of swords, so a lot of control over his life, a lot of control over his words, over what he wants to do and what he wants to say. So what comes out of the public is really something he wants to come out of the public. He is on control of what is the main energy. He is also very aware of all the details behind the scene of what is happening. When it comes to which side is he is on the side that will give him the most power, the most money, and the most fame. He wants to have the fame. He wants to have the power. He wants to be on the side that will give him the best life possible from the standard of Hollywood. So we all know what that means. We do have Page of Wands in the past position. The first position would be the past position for me. And we have the Lovers. That means that he had to do a lot of sacrifice in the past and getting out of his comfort zone. So doing things that he never really thought he would be able to do, just to sacrifice to be able to get where he wants to be and where he probably is right now. But all of this is being done with complete understanding of all of the details that are surrounding what he has to do, because a lot of power and a lot of clarity is right in the middle of this reading. So I hope that answered your question about his main energy. For sure, I'm understanding way more the kind of person we have in front of us. So Alec Baldwin was born on April the 3rd, 1958, born and raised in New York State, that is. He is an actor, a comedian, a producer. He was also married to Kim Basinger until 2002. They have one daughter together. At some point, there was also controversy and scandal around the custody battle for the two of them. Apparently, there was a voicemail message that he left to his daughter that was really not nice, and there was a lot of controversy over that voicemail. You can go and check it out. There's words that I cannot use right now. Also, he is now married since 2012 to Hilaria Baldwin. Hilaria, if you don't know that story, she is being called Hilaria, and she has apparently a Spanish accent, but she is born and raised in the United States, and her name is Hilary. So that's a very funny story and a very weird story. She was laughed at because of this. I don't know why that happened. I really don't understand that. But anyway, she changed her name. She is now being called Hilaria. Like you see on that image, they have 7 children together. So he's a father of 8 children. This is a big house. They had 7 children back to back. This is a really, really big family. Let's see if his wife, Hilaria, is part of the darkness. Let's see. Which side is she on? We have the card of the children, 6 of Cups. Let me just bring the cards on the main front. I'm just trying, sorry for that. I'm just trying to put the cards on the main. No, okay, yes, thank you. Okay, which side is she on? 8 of Swords. Ace of Cups. 8 of Swords means that she's trapped. Okay, and we have the Judgment that just was underneath the deck. This person was wanting a family for a very long time. She really wanted to have children and a big family. Ace of Cups is even the card of the uterus. So you can see with that card and this card how much she wanted to be a mother. It's also about the love that she has for Alec. So the card of being trapped is right in the middle of this because of her love for him and the needs of being a mother. At that point, I will call it a need because she really, really wanted that. She's now trapped. So trapped in what? The darkness, that's for sure. This is for sure. Of course, we have this. So yes, absolutely. She is trapped because of the love that she has. So don't feel too bad for her. I mean, this is a choice. We all have choices. And this is a reasoning why she let that happen. This is a reasoning why she wants to be on that side of the story. It's not excusing anything. It's just explaining why she chose that. So they are married since 2012. He has 8 children. He is known also for working on Beetlejuice and 30 Rock. If you know him from those movies, or well, it's not really a movie, 30 Rocks, but let me know where you know him from, because everybody knows him, but nobody knows where they know him from. So that's very funny. Let me know in a comment where you know him from. He also had a bachelor degree of fine art in 1994. He is also known for SNL for doing Trump portrayal. So that's something that he is doing right now. And he was also on Broadway on some occasions. I can see here that he was in Broadway in '86 and also returned in 2013 in The Orphans. He had many other shows, so Alec Baldwin show is one of them. I'm not going to spend too much time on what he did because we have a really interesting topic to cover today. He is known also for assault on photographer. The one that is the more significant is in 1995. He attacked a photographer at the exit of the hospital when his daughter was born. My God, I cannot speak. I'm sorry for this. Let's talk about the main event, shall we? 2021, a woman died on the set of the movie Rust. He is, at that time, the producer and the main actor of that movie. He is also the one that is pulling the trigger. So when that happened, you can see on that photo, he is calling his wife right after the event. So nobody knows if she's going to survive at that point. We're not sure. The actors think that she has fainted. We're not sure with all of this chaos what is really happening. So in that picture, he is not in the known yet of what happened from what we are being told. Of course, what happened on the set is that they were rehearsing a scene in a church, and in that scene there was not supposed to have a shooting, so nobody was supposed to shoot. There was a gun. That was supposed to get to be seen, but no shooting of any kind. So the gun in question, Alec said that he never pulled the trigger. It's just he cocked the gun and then he pointed at the director of photography as she asked him to do it. And apparently he said that the gun just went off. The FBI told everyone after that, after looking at the gun and doing some tests, it was impossible for that gun to really be just starting to shoot without being pull of the trigger. So let's see. Is that true? Is it true that it never pulled the trigger and the gun just started shooting like that? Let's see. No, it says he shot the gun. Yeah, we have pulling the trigger. So we do have Knight of Swords. That for me happens really quickly. We have that the King of Swords. So knowing that it was doing this. It's also the card of perfectionist. So I can tell that yes, they were rehearsing. It's really they were trying to get the better picture. They were trying to make everything perfect. He was in his mind, but at the time, even though he was in his mind, he was doing something that he knew what he was doing. And yes, we do have this card of King of Wands for excitement and just this adrenaline going through him. So yes, he pulled the trigger. Expert knows now that when you have anything that can cause a lot of adrenaline, you can lose your short-time memory. So if you think of public speaking, you have a speech, you prepare your speech, you get in front of 2,000 people, because of the adrenaline, you can lose your short-time memory. So in that way, we can see that maybe he can have forgot that he pulled the trigger, but in that moment, he pulled the trigger. It happened really quickly, but he did. And he was knowing what he was doing at that moment. So I'm going to ask one more time, is it intentional? Did he really want to do that? It says no. So he didn't want to shoot her. No. So the four of coins for me tells me that he didn't want to pull the trigger. He wanted to just have a nice shoot. He wanted to just a nice wrong choice of word. He wanted to have a nice picture, but he didn't want to shoot with the gun. Very interesting. So if you look at this card, it looks like he is holding a gun. It's very, very similar. We have the two wands. So I can tell you right there with that card that he didn't want to shoot. That was a total surprise, and something happened, maybe just a habit or something, because he was practicing shooting maybe the days before. It's not what he wanted to do. So no. So that being cleared, Now he's being accused of involuntary manslaughter. I'm saying now he's being accused because as I am filming this today, the charge has been dropped. But they have said that they have new evidence and that they want to refile the case and they want to recharge him. So as in right now, it's almost certain that he will be charged again with involuntary manslaughter. Why the actor? Why the person pulling the trigger when the responsibility should be on the expert? I'm sorry for the cat. She's like that. Why the actor? Because apparently he was also the producer. He didn't took the gun from the proper person, the expert. He took the gun from the first DA, where he should not have took the gun for anyone else than the expert. If the expert were to give him the gun and the expert would have been there, the fault would be only on her. But because he took the gun from somebody else, he is now also being accused. The lawyer explained that if that was a suicide scene, sorry for that word, if that was a self-ending scene, he would have looked twice at the gun, of what was inside the gun before using it. He didn't. So this is, as a producer and as the actor and as the person taking the gun from the wrong person, something that he can be charged with, if that makes sense. She was not the only one that was a victim of this accident. The director was near her and he received from the same bullet. I'm going to grab her, hoping she will calm down. The director was near her, and the director was shot from the same bullet in the shoulder, but he got injured, but he was okay. He was able to continue with his life and able to heal from it. So this is just bringing the debate again of, should we still have guns in movies? Should we use the 3D now and the technology that we have to just change how we do things? So let's ask, was that a plan to remove the guns? Is that something that was done? So we are in favor of more AI in movies. Is that something that was planned? So let's check. We have a Knight of Coins, 7 of Wands, and we have 6 of Wands. I don't think that was the plan. I'm sure that a lot of people that are in favor of this are really glad about this. It says victory at the end. But from those cards, I can also ask, because those cards give me the impression that there was something else going on at the time. Was there somebody that wanted to do harm to this victim, to this woman that was shot? So let's ask this. The Knight of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands led me to think that there was something going on for a very long time with this. We have 2 of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Page of Swords, a lot of swords. I think that she was either a name as a future victim. She was on the list for sure. She was on the list of somebody that was going to be ended. I'm trying to watch my words. She was on the list of somebody that was going to be ended soon. She probably knew it. She probably was told that by writing or by warning by some people. She was on the list. So whoever did this, they warned her. They let her know. Yeah, she knew about this. She knew about this. This is something that was for a long time. She was on the list. Let's take one more. Why? We have the Death card. 2 of Swords. Queen of Cups. She was not agreeing with everything that was happening. So she wasn't on the same frequency of anyone else. She had to go. So she was in the known of what was happening at that moment. Not at the exact moment that it would happen, but she was in the known of it would happen at some point. So maybe she didn't take that seriously, or she didn't want to live her life in fear and just continue to live her life. But however we want to look at this, she knew. This is a big case. This is very interesting. We're going to have more news coming in about this soon. I think it's going to be refiled, like I said, and I think there will be more accusation coming in. We are going to know more. We can ask more questions in the future also, and we're going to see. This is what I have for Ross, but now let me bring you an older case. Because there is a case that was really similar, and it's not so much old Hollywood this time. It's not really, really old, but it's the most similar. Many of you know about this already. It's The Crow. In the movie The Crow, Brandon Lee, who was the son of Bruce Lee, died at age 28 from something very, very similar. Oh, they're really cute. They're really cute on that picture. Yeah, he died at 28, and he died March 31st, 1993, and an incident that is very, very similar on set of the movie The Crow. Before that incident, you have to know that similar to Ross, there was a lot of negligence on set and a lot of claims of little incident here and there. On the same day, at one point on the set of The Crow, there was a carpenter that was burned, and the same day, apparently, 2 other accidents happened. And this is prior to Brandon Lee death. So this is very interesting to see that on both cases, it's generally just a lot of negligence and a lot of stuff happening. So we can go on the side of negligence, or we can go on the other side that the crew of The Crow choose to go. They said that the movie was cursed, the movie was maybe haunted, that there was a lot of stuff going on that didn't add up. This, like I said, was before the passing of Brandon Lee. So after, can you imagine what they were saying about this? Brandon Lee died because on the same day they had to use the gun for 2 scenes. In the first scene, it was a close-up. So in the first scene, they had to use a bullet that was a dummy. And if you don't know what is it, oh, that's for later. Yeah, okay. If you don't know what is the dummy, it's a bullet that has a bullet at the end. It has no powder and no primer. This is normally what it is. On the set of The Crow that day, they use a dummy with the bullet at the end, no powder, and a primer. Why it's relevant? It's because with the primer, during the first scene, the bullet at the end detached from the bullet and got stuck in the gun. I'm always forgetting that word, the barrel. It's really not something that I have in my vocabulary. So you have to be really gentle on me, okay? I had to learn a lot for this. It's really interesting, but I had to learn a lot about guns for this one. So it got stuck in the gun barrel, the bullet at the end. This is for the first scene. Keep that in mind. Second scene, in between scene, they don't check the gun. No, why look at the gun? Why check for security? No need for that. Second scene, they change the bullet. Instead of a dummy, because it's not a close-up, they don't need to have a bullet that looks like a real bullet. They use a blank. What is a blank? It's the powder, no bullet like you can see, and primer. What that does is that because there was a bullet already in the gun, it's now a real live round. It's now a real bullet, a full one. So when they shot the scene, everything is good and they yell cut, but Brandon Lee is still acting on the ground and he doesn't open his eyes and he's just staying there. So at the beginning, they were not understanding. They thought he was making a joke or acting. No. He died on that scene. And that was because of the same kind of mistake and the same kind of negligence. What you have to know is that in this case, on the case of The Crow, after investigation, they ruled that there was no basis for criminal charges. So we're going to see what is happening with Ross. It's not the same state in the United States that it was shot, so maybe it's not the same rules, it's not the same laws for everything. We're going to check. And let me just bring you the picture that we saw for a second before. It's an old picture of me, so be kind. I had glasses, not my best day, but this is me. Yeah, this is me. And next to me, I have the stunt double for the Crow, and he replaced Brandon Lee after Brandon Lee passed in that tragic scene on March 31st, 1993. Why I have a picture with him, you will ask? It's because I was lucky in 2019 and I won a contest and I went to the premiere of John Wick 3, I think. And he was a director because he is a director of John Wick's movie. So I took a picture with him and he was nice from what I can tell. Hey, can I take a picture? It was nice. So that was the story for The Crow and also for Alec Baldwin. Let me know what you think in the comment. Let me know what should happen with him. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show. I will see you next week. If you need a reading with me, if you have your question and you want answers, if you need an investigation on something, also, I do past life, I do mediumship. You can book at maisonjupiter.com. Use the coupon code for 10% off. Also, it's Beyond Mystic in one word. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Beyond Mystic 3 YouTube channel. Before you go, give us the love and the support in the channel. We appreciate the high vibration that you bring. It's really a pleasure to be with you, united in this wonderful tribe. Love you guys, and I will see you next week.